in Iceland. From early youth, he was eager to sail to foreign lands. This offered him both wealth and good reputation. Now one day, Bjarni said to his crew, "I want to take my ship to Greenland if you'll come with me." And of course they did. So Bjarni and his crew set out for 3 days and 3 nights until they became lost at sea. After many more days and nights of traveling, they finally sighted land. They thought this land was Greenland, but they later discovered it was not and left. After returning home, Bjarni went to Eric the Red of Brattahlid about the land that he had sighted. In turn, Eric sent his son Leif to find this land and build houses here. Leif set out with his own crew. He discovered Vinland the Good, which is what we stand upon today. He built Leif's Spurter, which is Leif's houses or Leif's camp, whatever you prefer. And there were many voyages to Vinland, including this one. I am Captain Thorvald Rodson, chosen law speaker at this alting. I carry the spear in honor of our two religions. The spear is the weapon of Odin. It also reminds us of Jesus Christ, who was struck through the side with a spear. The spear reminds us of our responsibilities to this court, to be dutiful to self and society. Now, voting procedures at this alting is as follows. You've all come to Vinland the Good by boat crew. If you don't think so, you can use your imagination. I will name your boat crew so it's easier for me to tell who's voting and who isn't. Now the 2 tables on this wall here, you are going to be known as Raven's Wing. The 4 tables in the center, you are Ocean Eater. The 2 tables on this wall here, you are Wave Roarer.
Ah! Wave Roarer, yeah!
Goodman, you're not doing yourselves any favors. Now, I think that's a good way to vote later.
We have a history of being this guy.
That's a short history. All right, back on track. Now, if you agree with the case, I want you to grab your weapons, slash your shields. What, my lady?
They have no weapons.
Do
I
you-
told you that before.
Do you not have weapons?
No.
Oh.
See?
Knives.
They're gonna spoon us to death.
Knives and spoons do not count. If I hear cutlery clinking all night, I will lose my mind. All right, seeing as you don't have any real weapons, the best thing that we can do in this case is to hammer our hands on the tables. Pretty good, Counsel. Now that's if you agree with a case. If you disagree with a case, I want you to remain absolutely silent. No no's, no nays. I always count those as yeses. Are we in agreement, Counsel?
Yes.
A little slow on the uptake, but you know what? We'll get it in turn.
That was a long boat ride.
Oh, I see. That was the one boat just getting it wrong, I see. Well, you know what? I think to get us all on the right page, on the same page, the best thing we can do is have a practice vote. And the best kind of vote we can have tonight is I am the finest looking Norseman to ever step foot in Finland. Raven's Wing on your vote. They were quick. Ocean Eater, how do you vote? Wave Roarer, how do you vote?
Come on, guys! Hammer! Yeah!
But you know what? You know what does count? These 2 votes. I am the finest looking Norseman to ever step foot in Finland. Thank you, Council. Give yourselves a good hand. Now, brothers will battle and kill each other. Sisters can commit foul acts. There's woe in the world, lechery rampant. An axe age, a sword age, shields are sundered. A storm age, a wolf age. Before the world crumbles, no mercy shall man give to man. And for these crimes, a time of Ragnarok shall commence. The world will be flooded, all shall be purged and born anew. Before these times come, We will follow the example of the God's court at the Wellerbird. I will now recite the laws. But keep in mind, if I were to recite every single law we ever had, we wouldn't be eating tonight. I assume you folks are hungry.
Yes. Yes.
We've somehow gotten slower at it. But all right, I am hungry as well. I will keep it brief for me and you. Violence is punishable under the Alting. There are many types of violence and indeed many penalties. Striking. Striking a child with a closed fist is punishable by damages. Striking a woman in public, punishable by damages and grounds for divorce. Oh, we might have a case already. Harrowing indeed.
She finds that funny, sir?
I guess so. She knows what she's getting into.
I know.
Killing! Killing a man with a witness is punishable by damages, possibly banishment. Murder. Murder is killing without a witness, in secret. If you are charged with murder, you are afforded no protection under the law. Dishonorable conduct. Kissing or fondling a woman without her consent, punishable by damages. Berating a man for his cowardice in public, punishable by damages. Dishonorable behavior, punishable by damages, possibly bondage. I like bondage, my lady.
You're on top.
We might see some Viking bondage later tonight. False accusations, punishable by damages, possibly bondage as well. Theft, small goods, punishable by damages. Large goods, punishable by damages, possibly bondage. Cattle, land, slaves, and any other such properties are punishable by damages, possibly banishment. All may attend this Alting except those banished under the law. All free men may vote. What?
What about the women and children?
Do the women
You
and
want
children
vote?
want to
Women and
vote?
children?
All right. Normally, during a Viking Alting, women and children were not allowed to vote. They could attend, of course. In saying that, I think we can allow women and children to vote. It is Vinland the Good, after all. Are you happy with that, Council? Good enough. Now, again, we're all getting hungry. I am too. A couple more things before we go. Someone actually mentioned a fork to me. If you notice on your tables, you only have knives and spoons. You see, forks were banished from Viking Altings. The forks that we had back in the day were about 4 feet long. They had 2 big picks on the end. I'm not giving everyone a pitchfork. You will eat with what you have on your tables. If that's not good enough, use your fingers. And if that's not good enough, use the fingers of the person next to you. Now, the rock I am standing on is called the Law Rock. It is where people will give their cases. It's where you'll hear the witnesses. But before we get into the actual court, if anyone has anything they'd like to address the council with, you may do so. If you have a song, a story, a poem, even a dance. Though in saying that, you can use the floor for any dances. The rock is very tippy. It'll keep you on your toes. Now, do you remember that little vote we had earlier? Because I get to choose who eats first. Raven's Wing, you will eat first. Small crew, but a hearty vote. Ocean Eater, you will eat next. Wave Roarer, you were this close to getting kicked out. You will eat last. You will still eat, but you will eat last. We all can't eat first. Now, when you come up, we want you to take both sides of our boat here. Take as many plates as you need. 20 if you need them. Let's feast!
Little daughter, I was there the night of the feasting, and I heard the father berating his son, and I saw the son Cavello struck his father a blow, hitting him in the arm or the chest. I'm not sure, but he definitely hit him. His father rolled, and he fell to the ground.
Is that all you have to add, my lady?
Is that all you want me to say?
Get off the rock! All right, are there any more witnesses to this case?
No, My
Stand
sister.
upon the rock. State your name for the council.
Dorio, Kittle's daughter. Sister to this cowardly man here.
I am no coward.
What did
We'll
you see?
What I saw.
Yeah.
We used to a feast similar to this one, with a lot of drinking. And a lot of people were drunk, including our father. And before my cowardly
Obviously, he's not from this world.
his skin is warm, and he may be pale, but that's not the skin of a dead man, but a very drunk and very loyal man.
He does feel alive.
I
Come you are a coward!
did kill him, and I'm not.
Get out of my hall! I banish you! Get out of here! All right, my lady, you may sit your
You may
throat
sit down, Father. Thank you.
All right, to the public we go. I have Brenda in the audience. Brenda's right there. My lady, stand upon the rock if you could, or just one foot, it's up to you. And state your name for the council.
My name is Brenda Stevenson.
Brenda Stevenson, and what do you have to bring to this council tonight?
I have Dad to bring to council, as he has been unkind, rather whiny, and really is unsupportive of women.
Really? And when you say dad, that is his name or his title? Is he your father?
He is not my father.
But he goes by
He is
dad.
known by everybody as Dad.
Dad. And you said that he was whiny and he was unsupportive of women.
Yes.
Break this down for me. What exactly did he do?
So he has been strongly encouraging his guests, as well as his wife, to be out touring around Newfoundland, and he encourages stopping at guest houses, quaint little shops, encouraging people to purchase things, and then whines about how much it is that they're purchasing.
I see. So he gives you the go-ahead to spend money, and then he gets angry at you for spending money.
Yes, he's encouraging, like, oh, look, there's another shop, let's stop. And then gets a little bit whiny when the women folk get out of the car and shop.
Are there any other charges?
No, that is it.
Right, well, do you have a witness that you could call?
Oh, I do. I would call Mum.
All right, let's hear from this mom. Now, lady, step out from the right. Don't go anywhere. Just to the side. I want to hear from this mom. Now, stand upon the rock, my lady. State your name for the council if it is mom. You may go by mom.
For tonight, it's Mom.
For tonight, it's mom. Now, mom, if I may call you that, what do you have to say to these accusations? Well, let me first ask, of course, what is your relation to Dad?
I happen to be married to him.
You happen to be married to Dad, of course. And what do you have to say to these accusations brought forth?
They're absolutely true.
Well, so is this like a recent thing? How long have you been on this journey? This journey in particular?
10 days.
So 10 days, and how long do you have left to go?
Too many.
There's the whining.
All right, well, let me ask you this. That's the journey for now. How long have you been married?
Oh, well, would you believe 53 years?
Still sounds like Dad's got the charms. Let me ask you this then. The charges were, of course, that this dad can be whiny and he is unsupportive of the women in this particular instance. Has this been an ongoing thing before this journey?
You could say so.
Have you been on other trips before where this has been a problem?
Yes, to a lesser degree.
Well, that's great. So it's really reared its head on this one.
It has.
Right, well, do you have anything else you'd like to add, my lady?
No, I think it's all been said.
Well, you know what? You may go back to your seats. I think it's time to call Dad. All right, stand upon the rock or put one foot upon it, whatever you choose, sire. State your name for the council. You may state Dad if you wish.
Sir, Dad.
Sir Dad. We've been waiting our house tonight.
Whatever it takes.
Now, what do you have to say to these accusations?
Bunch of baloney.
Baloney.
Yep. We got youngsters in the crowd.
Youngsters do like baloney.
Yep.
Now,
Or it's Newfie steak.
Newfie steak, of course, I do enjoy some Newfie steak. We call it Finland steak.
Okay, Finland steak, sorry.
Now, in saying that, you say that these accusations are a bunch of baloney. You've been on this journey for 10 days. You say that you don't whine when they purchase, correct?
I don't want, I break down in tears.
I mean,
1 gift shop, 2 gift shops, 3 gift shops, 4 gift shops, breweries, none.
I see.
1 gift shop, 2 gift shops, 3 gift shops, 4 gift shops, no fresh fish.
So you're more upset at the fact that while they do spend money, it's not where you want to go. Now,
That's whining.
I mean, yeah, we'll hear what the council has to say about that. But let me ask, do you have a witness that you'd like to call?
Yes, son.
All right, come on, son. Now stand down from the rock. Don't go anywhere.
Cohorts.
Stand out on the rock there. State your moniker for the council.
Sunny.
Sonny. Is that actually your name?
Yes.
All right, good enough. Sonny.
Yes.
The first name we've had. Now, what do you have to say to these accusations brought against Dad here, Sir Dad?
It's all true what he says.
It's true what he says. All right, just making sure. So you're also on the side of Dad. You say that. Well, the charges specifically were that he did not respect the women's decisions to spend money. Now, do you agree that maybe the women are just spending the money in the wrong place?
So true.
So true, so
So
true.
true, so true.
Hang on, my lady. It's still their time. You may take the rock again later. Don't worry. Now, Hal, you've been on this journey with all of these people here, correct? Like,
Yes.
yes, and for 10 days so far, and maybe too long later on. But so you have not had an opportunity to go to a brewery or get fresh fish, but the women have gone to as many gift shops as they like.
Lots of shops. Lots of shops. No beer. Come on.
What?
Or 2.
What? Don't get too.
You don't really have to negotiate this.
It
All right, well-
happens so seldom.
Well, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Sister.
All right, you know what? Go back to your seat. Let's get a quick word in from the sister. Very quick, because I don't know where this case is going yet.
Neutral party?
Neutral party question mark. Now,
No.
sister, stand upon the rock if you could. State your name for the council. Sister. Good enough. Now, you may speak however you wish. What do you have to say to these allegations against Dad?
Dad does stop at the shops, and he does encourage us to go. And then he does whine when we come out with packages.
Oh, I see. So you're speaking on the behalf of the women here.
I am.
Okay.
Grounded.
Well, it's out of my jurisdiction anyway, so do you have anything else you'd like to add, my lady?
I appreciate that Dad is showing us so many shops.
Fair enough. Well, you may go back to your seat. Let's hear what the council has to say. My spear! That's fine. Now, the original charges against Dad were that he was whiny and he was disrespectful of the women's wishes to shop, even if he was the one to goad them into going to the gift shops. That is the charges. You've heard what you've heard. They've had their say, but I want to hear the votes. Raven's Wing. Is Dad guilty of being whiny and unsupportive of the women?
Guilty.
That counts as a no. There you go. You got one vote. You got one vote so far. Ocean Eater. Is Dad guilty? Wave Roarer. Is Dad guilty? No colluding. Come on. Don't drive anyone. It's me. Unfortunately, it is. My lady. Unfortunately, it's too late. Too late to suck up now. Because you see, I don't know why you even had to suck up. They voted Dad guilty. Ocean Eater and Wave Roarer did. The smaller crew had your back, but it was not enough. Now, let me ask this. Is there anything that Dad could do for you, Brenda? This is your case. You can charge him with anything.
I can tell him where all the gift shops are.
Now, let me ask Brenda, how much longer do you have on this particular journey? An approximation.
We have only just started our journey.
So, you would say a month, a year, a decade?
No, 8 days.
8 days!
8 days.
So you're like halfway through. That's about a week, right? Now, I do have some ideas of my own. Is there anything that Dad could do for you? He has been charged guilty in this case.
No, I'd like to hear your recommendations.
I think my recommendations for the last week of this journey would be that Dad's not allowed to whine about any purchasing the women on this trip do. Is that fair enough, my lady? No. What else would you like to add to this? Would you like his credit card?
Yes.
Would you like some Viking bondage?
Oh, yes, we would.
You know what? And I think the best thing we can do, let's get Son back up here. Son. Stand in the center here, Son. Dad, if you could join Son in the center here. Because I just kind of like it when two people are in
You
the
want them bottom and hang them up on the rafters?
We'll see how the road goes for now. Maybe we could hang them by their feet to get loose change.
Really bad, I missed it. One moment.
Now, stand in the center, back to back if you could, or you could do it front to front as well.
Probably more comfortable for you back to back.
I'm good. Make sure their legs are safe, though. They're going to need those.
And their wallets are free.
Maybe when we do hang them upside down from the rafters, you can have Dad and we'll have fun. Almost there.
Starting to get busy.
Are you watching?
I think one instance of Viking bondage is enough for now. Now, Council, if you do remember, the Halifax two-step was interesting, but it left me wanting for more. How about we see Dad and Son here give us a dance? Council, could you give them a beat? It's one of the slowest beats I've ever heard. Step out, don't trip.
Careful.
We need that room.
Do I need to leave it over this way?
No, put it back for now. Put it back for now. Hang on.
All right.
I'll take it.
We do have a case coming
We'll
up.
put it away.
And you folks may go back to your seat. Now remember, I did say that you could have his credit card, but my jurisdiction ends with that door. So it's on you to pillage. Now, we have a scholar in the audience, a Rhodes.
Do you want to pay for your alcohol, man?
Oh.
Now, sire, state your name for the council.
22.
My name is Rhodes King.
Now, what do you have to bring to this council tonight, Rhodes? Let's give him our attention, of course. Goodman is what?
Goodman is noise assaulted.
Oh, Goodman assaulted you with noise.
Goodman? Me? I am not loud!
I don't think he's helping his case. Well, I guess normally I do ask if people would like to call for a witness, but I think we have a lot of witnesses in the audience today. Now, did he do anything else, this Goodman? I know the instance that you're talking about when he jammed out right in front of you, correct? And during the speech, he did hammer his hand on your table. Is there anything else you'd like to add in charges to this Goodman? No? Well, let me ask, do you want to call a witness to this? Anyone on that table that you'd like to call for that could present your case?
Farley.
Farley?
Not. I thought he was on my side.
No.
What?
I'm on your.
Thanks, man.
Alright, you know what? Rose, step down from the rock. Don't go anywhere, of course. And let's give this Farley our attention. Stand upon the rock. It probably won't tip for you. Now, what is your name, sire?
Speak
Farley
loudly,
King.
my buddy. Speak loud.
Louder. Shout. Call up, of course. Now, what do you have to say to these accusations that your brother, I presume, brought forth?
He's nice and a giver.
Your brother gives you piggybacks?
Yes.
So you're speaking on your brother's character. He is nice.
Good
Now,
man.
what else do you have to say on behalf of your brother?
He plays with me and he always wants.
You play.
No tampering with the witness.
Goodman, we can't have witness tampering. You gotta leave it for a couple seconds.
Farley, don't listen to him.
All right, Farley, I'll allow you one more. Is there anything you'd like to say to this council? No? Well, there you go, Goodman. Right, stand down from the rock. Now, you say they're right, of course. We need to hear from Goodman. Goodman.
My turn on the rock.
Come on, Goodman, don't waste the time now. Now, state your name for the council.
My name is Goodman, and all I try to do when I'm here is to be a good man. You see, earlier when he was talking about the examples of me being loud, you see, I knew that in advance. I knew that you like people saying how handsome you are. And I knew whoever voted the loudest would eat first. So I ran to their table, and I helped them cheer. And I didn't know this big man would say, "Oh, he's so loud." And then while I played my mandolin to entertain the crowd, I gave him a special rock star concert right there.
I see.
I rocked one out, man. Another loud incident.
You did say that you kind of colluded with them on the vote, and they still didn't vote loud for me. I mean, half of them didn't even vote.
I know, and I tried, sir. For you, I tried.
You tried for me,
I did.
but in saying that, that's not the charges here. It's not my case.
He is charging me for being loud, but my purpose for being loud was to help my crew.
Well, in saying that, it is the rest of the crews, as well as yours, that will have to vote. Now, normally, we don't allow people to charge the servers, because we do need them for the next night. In saying that, we'll see how the vote goes first.
Okay, thank you.
Raven's Wing, is Goodman guilty of being too loud?
I don't know where he is.
Ocean Eater, is Goodman guilty of being too loud? Wave Roarer, is Goodman guilty of being too loud?
Sir, may I gloat for one moment?
You have one moment. Just one. All right, that's enough
I
gloating.
told you.
Hang on! Goodman! Goodman, we still have to go through. He's not guilty yet.
Oh,
Raven's
sorry.
Wing! Is Rhodes guilty of false accusations?
That's a yes.
That no counts as a yes. Ocean Eater, is Rhodes guilty of false accusations? Wave Roarer, is Rhodes guilty of false accusations?
Your own sisters betrayed you.
Well, Council, it seems that you have voted Goodman innocent of the charges of being too loud.
Oh, good.
And you have also voted Rhodes innocent
What?
of false accusations.
How did you get innocent?
So you know what we do in that instance? We charge you both for wasting my time. Now, I don't know what to do in this case.
Not
because-
so loser dancing now, are you?
Now, I don't know what to do in this instance. I could banish Goodman, but we still have Rhodes to deal with as well.
Well, I will
Wash
take.
the dishes.
I will take. It does that anyway.
He
I
does
will
do
take
that.
the banishment if he gets the other punishment. I can live on my own in the woods.
We do have something prepared, don't we?
We do.
All right, let's do that then.
Well, pleasure knowing you. I am now banished. But my friend, you have to do something a little first.
We were talking about this earlier in case this happened.
Wait.
All right, Goodman, as your last act in this hall for the next year, we will allow you to lead this. Seeing as technically it is your charge.
What we have is a bucket of ice water. You see, when we're on voyage and we're wronged, we would hang you over the side of the boat and let your feet dangle in the Atlantic Ocean. Since we are not in our boat, you will dangle your poor little tootsies there. So please stand, remove those flippity flops. Rose, stand in the bucket.
How long? How long?
You know, a few
3
seconds.
days!
A
3
few
days!
seconds. We're not, he needs his feet to get out.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, give it this time for him. All right, you know what? That's good enough. You may step out of the ice buckets. We'll get something to dry your feet. We punished them enough.
Now I must leave.
That's fine, that's fine.
That's it. You're all done.
No, but I forgot.
All right.
There you go.
thank you.
Now,
That-
Council, the bus crew has to leave. It is an early night for them, but that is, for the most part, our show. We'll have something a little extra, but for the most part, thank you for joining us, crew. You have been wonderful.